studying the Bible, you'll see the patriarchs and the prophets. They lived in the country, and they seemed to be closer to God. And then later on, I had studied the spirit of prophecy, and I find out that the rewards of living in the country is enormous, especially now that I have experienced it. But at that time, I had no complete knowledge of it. Um, and so I seek the Lord in prayer to guide me which way I should go. And it really was impressive. And now looking at what's happening in these cities, I am very grateful to God that I am in this country, living in the country at this time. When I first came out, usually people come out with no knowledge whatsoever. So you have your own vision, which really is represented by a city vision or where houses are close together because of lack of experience in the country. And so you would have your own uh, thoughts of how it should be. And when you get out, you'll find many different experiences that you would learn. So we ask questions, and praise God that we found a real estate agent who would dive into some of the topics that most people that leave the country wouldn't dive into. For example, what happens in an area of low elevation? You could be midway in the mountains. You could be in foothills of mountains, but yet still up high in the mountains. But you can still have flooding there. And we find out the recommendations, what to pick. Be careful what you pick, that when that rain or does it flood in the area, that you're not able to leave your house and to do certain things. You'll be restricted at. And once you get someone sick and you would like to transfer them to a medical missionary center, a hospital, and now all of a sudden you are stuck. And so we was asking the Lord to guide us, and we also were blessed to have people to guide us to what areas it is. We also had different other challenges, from racial challenges, from financial challenges, because a lot of times what they want, they're not going to be able to afford. And so prayerfully, the Lord will open a way that we can get our necessities aligned first. I'll give you two examples. Because of our experience, and we've had some negative experiences, although we had a lot of positive, and so we come across folks that will say, I want a 2-car garage. Now, that should be the last thing that we ask for, because you can always build on your garage. And there are many people who come out for many different reasons. Another example, a lady said, United States might split in half. So it's just running on this side. And you hear all types of things from what's in the minds of people in the city. And so that's why we recommend them to get in contact with those who live out in the country. And in fact, to contact Ozark Outpost Center. And we will prayerfully help to guide you into how to get over things, because there's a lot of things we have to confront. Because people have bought places that have no, or should I say, kind of landlocked, and you have to get permission from neighbors to use the roads, and that's what we call easements coming from a neighbor. Now, one time you and the neighbor don't agree and things fall out, then you will not be able to use that road to get out. And there's several other things we've learned about. When you're buying, you have mineral rights. Would that be incorporated with your purchasing? Because you can purchase the land and the house, and the one who sold them to you can have those mineral rights. And so when they find gold, marble, whatever it is on your property, they can make clams. And so there's many areas that you would have to get advice with for those who have been out there. And so we center our mind on helping people to be more knowledgeable and also demanding we say when you're leaving these cities and the populated areas is please leave with an open mind. It's not like how it was in the city. You'll find a totally different concept that you have to adjust with. But the longer you are in the country, you're going to see the rewards. It was a demonstration that we had. We had two pictures. One picture, we had this little country road, and we have experienced that. And we had this big combine that gathers the seeds of the fields when they cut them. And so you could use the seeds to seed your grounds for the next year. And so the combine so wide it took up the whole country road, that old country road. And so it was as we call a traffic jam. And then beside it we put a picture of a traffic jam of the cities. Now you got 100 cars or so, or even more. Now look at the difference. Although we're both restricted, you're in the city, you're smelling exhaust, which is in pollution. You're hearing horns beeping, and you are experiencing so many frustrating things that in the country you'll be looking around, smelling clean air in that setback, if you call it that. But you got a chance to pick out things. And when you start looking around, you may see animals looking at you. You may see many things that you have not really had the time in the city from the hustle and bustle to really sit down and study because it isn't there presently. And so you'll see the deer and they'll come out and see you. And so it's so rewarding. And we can go on and on. But if you would like to have more knowledge about moving to the cities, we will be very welcome to help you at Ozark Outpost Center.